So guys, what's going on? Kell Brook seems obsessed with Errol Spence. He seems like he wants to fight Errol Spence really badly in a rematch. You know, we know that the fights that he's always talking about is Amir Khan and Errol Spence now. You know, he's talking about the fact that he's confident that he would beat Errol Spence in a rematch. That, you know, Errol Spence, that Kell Brook wasn't right in that first fight. You know, he had to come down from 160 and that killed him, and he feels like he was controlling the first 6 rounds. Guys, there's many people in the trade that just think that Errol Spence is a better fighter than Kell Brook, and it doesn't matter in what circumstance, in what situation, Errol Spence will beat Kell Brook. Am I one of them? And Errol Spence at his best would beat Kell Brook at Kell Brook's best, in my opinion. I might be wrong. If you guys have a different opinion, leave your thoughts. But for me, I think both of them at their best, for me, Errol Spence wins. What I will say is, though, Errol Spence has just had an accident. He's just had an accident. And I don't know what Errol Spence is going to be like when he comes back. So, this fight, 6-7 months ago, you know, Kell Brook was talking about it, and it's not that interesting. But now, if that fight was to happen next, I think it would be very interesting. Because I actually think that it would be, Kell Brook would get his opportunity to revenge his loss. Also, we'll get to see what Errol Spence has left, or whether Errol Spence is going to be able to get back to his best. It's a very good fight. Very, very good fight in that sense. I think Errol Spence will beat him. If Errol Spence is at his best, he would beat Kell Brook. But like I said, there's a lot of things that have happened since then. So I don't think Kell Brook's at his best anymore. I do think he's past it, but he feels that he's still got a lot left, and he feels he can still become world champion. Now, the problem is with that fight, what weight does Kell Brook want it at? Because now Errol Spence is a champion at 147. Why is he going to move up to 154? For what reason? What does he gain to fight Kell Brook at 154? And we all know that if Kell Brook fights at 147 and he loses to Errol Spence, we're going to get all these same excuses about him killing himself or making it at 147. So the Errol Spence rematch for me doesn't make sense for that reason, because if Kell Brook was to make 147, there's going to be a lot of excuses that are going to come out from, you know, from his camp if he was to lose against Errol Spence. Errol Spence isn't going to move to 154 unless Kell Brook wins a world title there. Because what has he got to gain to fight Kell Brook at 154 if Kell Brook's not a champion? Nothing. You know, Kell Brook doesn't offer anything for him. And that's just the truth. He doesn't offer anything for Errol Spence to want to come to 154. You know, it'll just be a normal fight. And Errol Spence not interested in normal fights right now. Errol Spence wants to have title fights, unification fights, you know, undisputed title fights. You know, he doesn't want to have a fight for nothing, you know. So Errol Spence even said to Kell Brook, you go and win a world title at 154, I'll fight you again in a rematch. He's put it out there for him. You win a world title at 154, I'll fight you. This is what, Errol Spence has said to Kell Brook. So Kell Brook needs to go and win a world title at 154, then call out Errol Spence. No point of talking about that fight now, because you're not champion at 154. You're not going to go down to 147 to challenge Errol Spence. So win a world title at 154, then call for that fight. Then there's a great chance you might even get it, because Spence is big at 147, and he'll actually think, you know what, I beat this guy already. I can beat him again. So he'll come up to fight you and to become a two-weight world champion himself. So I think that's what Kell Brook should do personally. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.